Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday night to Cosmic Insight. I am the co-creator Hillis Pugh along with.
Rebecca Gregory here. Welcome Friday night, and like sitting there looking at my Princess Leia hair here, feeling off balance, huh?
No, I was just saying, I was just sighing, like,
Yeah,
it's
why doesn't everybody
Friday.
take a nice and I want to welcome everyone joining us this evening. Nancy Bridges on Deborah. Thank you so much for joining us for another Friday night. And yeah, why don't everybody just take right now just a big deep breath and just release and let go.
Green man off the grid caravan.
Yes. Hi, sister. That's my buddy from my class.
I like her name, Green Man Off the Grid Caravan. One day I'm going to get there. Uh,
Exactly. Exactly. I'm
off
so
the grid.
excited. Thank you everyone for joining us. So Hillis, you know how we all start out. What's going on? And hi Irene. And what's going on right now with the energies? And you got anything to share with us? Or how's your week? Or what's been showing up this week for you? Or
Well,
'cause you know we gotta talk about that.
I know, like any week, there's always something of interest, and as I go through my little personal medicine journey that I've been talking about for the past few weeks, there's always these spaces of moodiness and the very heightened awareness and emotions, and I hope I don't do it on the show, but if I do, so what? So
Are
this
we gonna get
week,
waterworks?
yeah. And so this week, a beloved character, a beloved voice actor passed away. And his name is Kevin Conroy. And if anyone knows anything about me, I love Batman. And to say that I love Batman is an understatement. And so this person named Kevin Conroy was the voice of Batman for over 3 decades. Like 95% of any animation that was put out into the universe where you saw Batman, it was his voice. And in essence, like Adam West, this person, this spirit, this being, Kevin Conroy, was Batman. Okay, he was like he defined Batman and who Batman was, and so I'm not going to get into all that. And so I found myself as I saw this, I was very moved by the passing of him. And I just was watching some old press videos, stuff I haven't seen before, and I started crying. I'm like, why am I crying? Why am I in this very sensitive of emotional space, of this person who I didn't know but touched me in so many different ways, from my teens all the way up until now. So he was like a very unseen integral part of my life and part of the reason why I gravitated to this character. And so yeah, I mean, it's the emotions are running high is all I can say.
Yeah, and thank you so much for sharing that. It's so beautiful to share on how, things in our world that we might not think are part as deeply rooted inside of us can you realize when things like that happen what a huge impact that experience was on you in your world to and it almost felt like it was like a comfort to you during that time like in high school and stuff to have that that character.
Yeah, because I mean, when you think about Batman, especially how he's portrayed now, he's a bit darker and a bit stoic. But what I loved about how he brought him to life was it wasn't so much about him being Batman, because Batman is Batman, but it was more so about the alter ego Bruce Wayne, which is the humanity, and how he brought the humanity to the character, and how he embodied that emotion of really stepping into the world as someone who is defining what this character should be. And as he defined that character, he defined himself. and then how I created the connection to that, because it almost created a sense of morals with myself, with
Mhm.
how to treat people, how to have that code, that honor, that humanity, that integrity of like, well, you know what, you can only push me so far, and then all of a sudden, but there's that line, and that level of compassion. And I mean, then I feel that's part of why I admired, the character Batman, is because of how he brought this humanity forth into that. And so I guess that's a bigger message for the collective is, how do we now allow ourselves to embrace the level of compassion and humanity that we desire in the world? Because as people portray these things, actors and people we look up to, as they portray this, is it truly who they are, or is it because of something they have to do, they have to put on their face because they're seen and out in the public? And so how do we now really truly embody that and bring that into the world now?
I love that you say that. I love you bring this up because what is happening in the world right now, and I know a lot is happening in the world right now, but that's such an intricate part of what is happening in the world right now is that slipping away of that ego part of us
Yeah. Yeah.
and letting go of that. And I don't, talking about emotions, I know myself this week, I kind of navigate on like conversation of the week is kind of like energetically what's going on. I don't know if you've experienced, but talking about emotions is very,
Yes.
very profound this week. And there's this huge, I guess teeter totter is the best way to say it. I don't know. See if you agree with me, Hillis, of this energy of this. We were talking about this before of this kind of like the old bubble of everything that was of what we were
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
how we functioned and what we took on and the boundaries that we set and what we didn't forgive and just this whole massive ball of everything that was. And then we have this whole new ball of what we're becoming and who we're becoming and what we're stepping into.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in this kind of teeter-totter spot right now. We're like, because we're like one what is that phrase? One man in, one foot in, one foot
Yeah. One foot in, one foot out. Yeah.
one foot in, one foot out. And that's how I've been feeling this week. I don't know about you, but I've talked to a lot of people the same way. Like you're still in that old energy because we completely haven't released it because that's all that's unfolding and it's kind of like holding on, like, damn, don't want to go. And then we've got all this new stuff that's coming in that is just like we can feel it, but it hasn't quite gone into form yet. So it's just
No,
this interesting dance right now.
don't
Um,
even get me
that's
started
going
with
on that's
that.
very emotional. I don't know how many times this week I personally broke down out of the blue, like walking through BJ's. The next thing you know, I'm like crying. I'm like, what the heck? What is going on? And
So,
and feeling, and I think a lot of people, and I wanted to bring this up because I've been talking to people and it kind of seems the same subject. Also, a lot of thing that's been coming up this week is this whole thing around, how we set new boundaries with people. How do we show up with people in the world now? And how does that look in showing compassion, but realizing that some people need to go away now that they're not vibrating where you are, and where are you vibrating? And it's just this whole multi-dimensional, just
so
whirlwind of
stuff.
uh,
And so I was really in it, and so with me on my plant medicine journey, doing what I do, sometimes I chalk things up. It's the medicine. It's the medicine talking. There were moments in this week where I honestly felt like I wanted to just surrender and just be
mhm,
done and give up. And maybe the combination with what I was experiencing with the passing of Kevin Conroy,
yeah,
created the waterworks, because I'm like, I'm just done. I'm tired of life. I mean, I'm tired of being where I am. I mean,
yeah,
it's just this. I was just like fed up and frustrated, and part of me still is. Part of me still is in that. And so just because I'm sitting here in front of you guys, all yay! The flip side of this is that there is like this deep desire, like, you know what? what if I had my out right now? What would be the worst thing? Like if I had
Mhm.
my out right now, nothing that I set out to accomplish in this world would be finished. So what? I'll come back and finish it again. I go back on the other side, and spirit could be angry with me, say, "Why didn't you finish? Why did you give up?" I was like, "Because I was done. Earth, as it is now, is not the place to be." I mean, because there's so much transition, so much stuff, and so much of everything else. It's like, why now? Where's the fun in this? Where's and that's and I think that's what a lot of us are dealing with right now. A lot of us are fed up. A lot of us are frustrated. A lot of us are angry, and some of us just want to go back to like, okay, where's the fun? Where's the ignorance is bliss? Where's the naivete in all of this? And so this is just how we view it, how we embody it, how we step into it, just really doesn't signify or really tell the complete tale. Because, when we have people to lean on or people to talk to, you know, how many people actually get it, especially now when
Mhm.
there's so much turmoil, so much transition, so much divide, you know, there really isn't um in the space in which we embody. I mean, heck, if I was to turn off this podcast right now and go in the other room and just say, Spirit, I'm done, would I be done? No. I wouldn't be done till I'm done.
You're
I
done till
mean,
you're done. And I love that we bring this up because, I just want people to know out there, even though we're here doing this, we're right there along with you. We're in the trenches along with you. And I totally agree with you. I've had that this week too. And I think it's what I talked about before, that energy shift. So people are feeling that I'm tired. I'm sick of this. Why the hell? Why do I have to do, ugh, I mean, I totally feel you because I've kind of been there this week too,
uh,
and it's okay. But then I also, deep down on this other part of me, it's like it's that ego part that's kind of dying away. And as I said, on that other part though, I feel this like, I know things are getting better. Oh my God, I can just feel like the fun and excitement. I don't know about you. That's just around the corner. It's just on the other side. We're just not quite there yet. Um, and then, so and just looking out for stuff like that. So, be kind to yourself and just allow, and if these conversations come up, you need to talk about them, and it's okay to say, hey, this is what's happening right now. I'm feeling this way. We need to say those things.
or have what I call energy wellness checks.
Yes, and
Say,
it's okay because
hey, what's
and
going on over there?
And I wanna make a profound thing around energy. Um, in saying that, sometimes energy can be very difficult to discern. So be
Mm,
very mindful when you're working with energy and learning the language of energy and starting to stem from that space, because it can be very misconstrued sometimes in what we feel is totally, Cosmo, is totally different than what is actually the energy speaking of, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
really check yourself when dealing with energy and learning, not jumping to conclusion or judging what's coming through, to sit and wait for it to, somebody wants to say
yeah,
hi, to
yeah.
roll out.
That's important because when you have that, you have to go back to the foundation. You have to go back to the basics of the intuition, of
Yes.
like trusting your intuition, trusting that this is why, when people approach me and ask, well, how did you become a psychic, or how did you do this, or how did you become this? It's like, well, you have to build the foundation of trust. If you don't have trust, you don't have
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
And so, you have that. But
And that's what's happening right now. We're totally being pulled apart, to learn to trust our intuition and trust our heart and trust our knowing at a whole nother level.
indeed,
Because the energy is just, we are at, I mean, everybody has to remember, we are functioning at another level energetically. And people who have not been doing this work or open to this work or open to receive are freaking out right now because
what do
they're
you
being
mean? I'm
forced.
freaking out too.
Well,
Come
I am
on.
too, but people are really, can you imagine the people that have been dead asleep and now all of a sudden waking up? They're freaking out. at a whole nother level. I tell so be kind with people and realize that, everybody's, in the space right now of just, growing in different ways and different, we have to be very mindful and and not judge people and be very discerning and really, really learn how to speak your mind and set boundaries with people at a whole nother level,
Yes.
whole nother level. And it's okay. And don't take things personally. We always bring in those 4 agreements, don't we?
Yes, we do. And before we get
And
any too far further along, I
we've got some
want
questions
to
and stuff.
address what Green Man Grid Caravan has asked me. So they want to know, so Hillis, how did your sense of smell, taste change during the 3 weeks on your path? Are there also any changes in how you see? Okay, um, so actually oh my God, it's been 5 weeks.
I know, Hillis. I'm gonna have to come in and check on Hillis.
But no, but you know what? So if you guys watched last week, so I did spoil myself with a little organic, little bit of sugar chocolate treat last week. But to answer your question, it's not so much of my senses that have shifted. It's so much of my level of awareness. I feel it in my body, of course, because I haven't had the things I normally eat, like a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, any of that stuff. But it's more so about my level of awareness. And, there are days when my intuition and senses and abilities are super keen. And then there are other days like today where it's like, you know what? I'm just taking a break from all of it. And then saying that, I have also been doing uh, personal mushroom ceremonies in this as well. And so that has really assisted me in the path of navigation of this, along with medicine songs, Icaros, medicine music,
Gross.
to assist in the integration of the work. And so usually the work that I'm doing is usually assisted by a shaman. I have to preface this. And the reason why I am doing it by myself is because the medicine called to me. I've been doing plant medicine for over 9 years, and I know that I can do this as I go on my own and do the integration in my daily life as I move through this. And so, this is the way that I chose to do it. But if you haven't been doing plant medicine for as long as I have and you want to do what I do, you definitely need to be in the presence of a trained shaman.
Medicine person. He had
Yeah.
another question too about our talk about people who die.
Did I miss that one? Where's that one at?
That was up at the top. Here, I can show.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
We want to make sure we get everybody's questions.
Yes, I mean, I
And if
missed
anybody
that
has any
one.
questions, put them up because we love questions.
It's it, and how a person feels dealing with a situation when everyone dies. You know, this popped into my head too, because I said to myself, it's like if the passing of Kevin Conroy affects me this way, how in the hell am I going to feel if or when Janet Jackson passed away?
Oh gosh. Hillis, I might have to come over for that one. He loves Janet Jackson. For all you don't know, Hillis loves Janet Jackson. So Janet, if you're listening out there, please give Hillis a call.
I mean, seriously, but then it goes back to, you know, 7 years ago, a little over 7 years ago, when my mom and my aunt passed. I mean, and then over 10 years ago when my grandmother passed. And so, when someone it's just the transition and the transformation of energy. And so it's always going to be the change of energy. That's without a doubt. I mean, that's what I feel. It's always going to be that sense and change of energy and the level of impact. And so as humans, we have this experience and what we came here for experiences, and one of the experiences is loss or detachment or abandonment. And when we have these feelings of loss, it is, you know, ah, here it is. Sorry, it just came in. So when we are in spirit, when we're in the ethers, we almost have what is can be called a hive mind mentality.
Mhm.
Or and I say hive mind because it simplifies it a little bit, meaning that we are always connected and we always feel, and so that's why, hive mind, connected and communicating in all of these senses. But here there's not that high level sense of connection that we have uh, as we are on the other side. And so when we have that connection and we have that loss, it feels like literally there's a part of us that has transitioned, because in essence, a part of us has.
Mhm.
Because, when you think of it in larger senses and terms, we all are a part of source created energy. And so, even though we have our individual experience, we are still part of this unique collective experience. And so, in essence, yes, which is why, there's a great sense of empathy or a great sense of compassion around the ceremony of transition or death. Wouldn't you agree? Anything you want to add to that, Rebecca?
The only thing that's coming to me to really add is, the part of death, talking about that change of energy is, it is that human part of us that grieves or feels loss, that spirit part of us knows the truth. And there's this whole dynamics around, the change of it. It is a change of energy also with those, when people pass that we have a connection to, whether it's a part, I totally agree. It's that part of us that if they're very close, that we have those quantum entanglements with. So that part of us is moving on as well energetically. So is that loss of that? That's why it's so good when people pass to energetically, always remember them, but cut those cords energetically of what might be carrying on, so you can release yourself to keep yourself to not feel that what am I trying to say?
That imprint, that
That
impression, that
imprint,
energy,
so you
that
can release
connection.
that imprint, and set yourself free, so you're not, because I do believe that people a quantum entangling also can keep people's spirits anchored in because they're quantumly entangled with them, and it's very important, to let everybody move on, but it is that human part of us, because the soul knows, and isn't that the biggest thing? Isn't that the biggest thing that every person on this planet is moving towards, especially with ascension and moving forward, is moving into that space of not fearing death, because that's the
Exactly. Yeah.
biggest fear.
Yeah. I mean, when you and I think with anyone who's on the path that we are on, when you allow yourself to be free of the fear of death, there's no more fear.
Exactly, because they're just in another plane. They're still here. They're just in another place of existence, in another field, that some can tap into, some can't. Exactly. Patty said that my views on passing have changed completely. No longer believe they are just gone. Exactly.
Yeah, no one or no thing is ever gone. I mean,
No, it's
they
just
always
changing
come back.
form.
Yeah,
We're always changing form, and they're just in a
exactly.
different form, but they're always around, and they're coming around more often now. People
Exactly.
are things
I
are
just had
opening up.
this thought.
Huh?
I just had this thought,
What
and I
is your
think
thought?
this is very interesting. And then after this, we can move into expansion time. But
Mhm.
the thought that just came into me was a plant, a
Mhm.
tree. And so this energy, this being is the quickest to uh, regenerate, recycle its energy,
Mhm.
because, grows up, matures, has seeds, and then just continues the process. Because and so in essence, it never really dies. It's continuously in a space of transformation.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, I feel that that is where we are heading, because trees are super old, and compared to the trees, we are relatively young in
Mhm.
terms of species. So Yeah, no, it's interesting too. I even saw a picture today of a turtle that was 188 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, imagine that.
I like what Indigo said too. Yeah,
Yeah.
some of those turtles, can you find it?
Yes, I have it here. When someone transitions, oh, of course. I mean,
Exactly.
I've always celebrated the passing of people, but I don't know about Janet Jackson. I don't know about that
Okay,
one.
Hillis, I'll come hold your hand when that day comes. Like,
I
Hillis,
hope
remember she's still here.
I know my neighbors will probably hate me that once that day comes. I mean,
But it's so true. Huh?
I already started watching Batman cartoons. So yeah, just
Oh my
imagine what I
gosh,
would
you're
do
so
with that.
funny.
Imagine that what I would do. Not that I don't play enough Janet Jackson music because I play plenty, but just imagine it would be 24/7 nonstop. I mean, there would be parties, concerts. Well, enough of that. She's still
Yeah,
here.
we gotta cut you off here. You're going down a little
Yeah,
rabbit hole here.
I know. Let me stop.
Here, we'll change it. We'll change it here. I have to show this picture. I'm gonna show the picture. What?
Yes.
Okay, so I went in the kitchen right before I got on the show, and I saw this little picture of our favorite wonder dog when he was a baby, and I just have to show it.
Yeah, I love that picture.
Anyway, that's Cosmo, just to give everybody a little smile on their face, because nothing like a cute little puppy picture. Okay.
So
Oh, my nose is
before
itching.
before we get into expansion time, I just want to say thank you for everyone who has continued to watch our show, share our show, support, like, and subscribe. Continue to share as we continue to do this from the pure love and joy and generosity of our hearts because we love what we do.
Oh,
And if you guys appreciate and honor and value what it is that we do, we ask that you click on the link in the description and donate to our show because your donation helps keep the show going. We greatly appreciate and honor your time. And
fun
yes,
fact.
I didn't know he was born in that. I knew the name, but I didn't know the year.
Thank you, Mob. Yeah, Jonathan the Turtle. He was born in 1832. The things you learn on Cosmic Insight.
Ding.
Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. Fun fact for the night.
Yes, 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 yes. And
Awesomeness.
so,
Awesomeness. That's amazing, though.
yes,
Wow. And as we've moved on death, now we're moving into a new.
into the life,
And what are we doing?
into the beginningness,
Into the beginningness.
into the awesomeness of the transition of your soul, as this is now expansion time. I don't know what we're
Expansion.
going to do. Like these moments in the recent weeks have shifted so much in how they are presented, and I'm joyous that you all are allowing yourselves to be open to receive this
Yes.
beautiful transition of energy.
Because as you guys know, we don't plan a thing. We just get on here and whatever comes out, comes out.
and what is coming to my mind that I want everyone to share and
What
what I
is
want
coming
to
to your
share
mind, Hillis?
and what I want everyone to know is that the reason why, because the song that's playing in my head is Michael Jackson, You're Not Alone. And the reason why this isn't so important right now is because right now on the
Mm.
planet there is a lot of energy of loneliness, energy of abandonment, being left behind, if you will. And there are a lot of people, myself included, at times choosing to suffer in silence
Mhm.
because people view us as having it together. And there are moments when we don't have it all together that sometimes we need people to cry on and a shoulder to lean on and someone who we can trust. And it's very important that we allow for this energy of trust and to have that one person or maybe a couple of people where people like us can go to and to talk to and say, life sucks right now. And be open about it because, it's just really challenging to hold all of this in as we're in this midst of this grand birth because that's what
Exactly.
it is. This is a new birth that's happening because keep in mind we are at an end of a 26,000 year cycle.
Hmm.
26,000 years. Just breathe that in. Just imagine in this moment that you have allowed yourself to be at the beginning of the new birth 26,000 years ago. And how many cycles, how many lives you lived through in these 26,000 years. Not always as a human, could have been another race, or if you were on the planet, what species were you? And just imagine the feel and the flow of life being born in the energy of the dinosaurs, the energies of the amoebas, the energies of plants and seeds being brought from other worlds these 26,000 years.
Hmm.
All of this new birthing, all of this is here. And as we fast forward to the end of this 26,000 years, everything that we have brought here, everything that we have created here is being torn apart, ripped up, annihilated, whether if it's a belief system,
Mm.
whether if it's an object, whether if it's a person, place, thing, your energetic field, whatever this is
Mhm.
being ripped up, torn apart, being reconstructed to fit into the new design of you, the new design of this solar system, the new design of this atmosphere, this hemisphere, the stratosphere, this universe, the Milky Way galaxy. As we look to the center, the sun of Sirius,
Mm.
as it is looking upon us daily, allowing us to feel the energy that we are in its love, in its companionship. And in this companionship is the energy knowing that we are supported, that we are loved, that we are not alone in any of this. And it's okay to feel alone. It's okay. It's okay because we need that time to be by ourselves to fully understand what the self is enduring, what the self is being asked to reprogram, to have redone. It's okay. Know that it's okay. But when it gets to be too much, extend the hand and allow that hand to be of help to you.
Exactly. Because here's where humanity is right now. We're at the space of where we were wasp. We were stinging, we were angry, we were in jealousy, we were hurting others. And using that medicine of the wasp, we're now moving into a new space and a new time. We're moving into where we're gaining knowledge and remembering the past of who we were, opening up to the truth of who we are, and allowing the healing to come in as we move forward more and more as we open to receive into the gentleness of our hearts. How can you open your heart today and every other day to allow more expansion in, to allow more of you to come in, to allow what was old and that waspiness that you kept locked inside, stinging others out of your own hurts and fears that you can release now? Because this is the time right now We are in this space of expansion as we're here right now in expansion time, of opening up to let go at another level, to let go of everything that was in order to create what is. And what do we create from? We no longer create from a space of fear, which we have been conditioned and learned through the beginning of time. We are now being asked by the universe and everyone to start creating from love, from compassion, from the place in our heart that's allowed to open at another level, to open to receive that love, knowing that we are not alone. We are all in this together, maybe on different levels and different flames, but we're all in this together and creating the planet of love and creating the planet of freedom and creating a planet of flow against the disharmony we have lived with far too long. And it takes every person, every single individual on this planet to step in and say yes and take that journey of letting go into love so we can have a planet that flows.
Mm. As this 26,000 year cycle has commenced.
Oh, ho.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, whew.
And as we allow ourselves to take a 30-second break.
30 seconds. I need a drink after that.
I know, 30, that's why I said a 30-second break. We can move into the tune-up.
The tune up. Oh
But,
gosh, I'm
but
busy
before,
tonight.
I
Does
know,
anybody
right?
have any questions? I always feel like if anybody wants any questions, um, shoot them out there.
And if you guys want to see something else, or if you guys feel that their expansion time or tune-up time is beneficial of a value to you, let us know. Or even better, send us a donation.
Yeah,
Donations.
and just let us know. And once again, please let us know. I'm looking to bring some more people on the show, and if there's anything you want us to talk about or know about, or if there's like a new modality out there you're hearing about, you'd want some, you like to know a little bit. That's why we're here. We're here for you guys. We're here for humanity to kind of open up to let people see some things, maybe, or whatever.
Yeah, and I guess, since he's talking about new modalities, no one knows that well, probably some people know, not the whole world, but I want the whole world to know that I'm one of two teachers that teaches the Syrian and Lemurian energy, light energy modality. So if you guys want to learn about a very powerful, masterful light energy from the source itself, from home, from Sirius, because I'm serious.
Are you serious? He is serious.
Um, Let me know. I mean, well, some of you have experienced what I've done, and let's just say it's magical. You won't be the same person after sitting with me. But with that being said, what about you, Rebecca?
What
Other
about
than
me? I'm a mystery. I'm a mystery to myself.
she's the magical mystery woman.
That's me. You never know what you're gonna get.
But
No, I'm doing individual sessions right now with my light language. I call them cosmic tune-up. So, and just expanding out to some things here. So, yeah, that's
yeah.
me.
Oh, and just want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in earlier this week to the Positive Shift Summits that I was a part of. You
Yes.
guys made it happen. It was a beautiful experience. I'm glad you guys showed up. But now,
Now,
it wouldn't be Friday night.
without what?
The tune up.
Woo! Okay.
As I sit very comfortably, I allow for the energies of the Syrian energies, of the galactic energies, the energies of the grand universe that we live in, the Milky Way galaxy, since we are in this new birth, this new beginning of all things. I open the gateways of the energies to stream through to connect to Rebecca and to all those who are watching, for them to receive the heart's desire, the heart intentions, for this energy to move them in ways that they are asking to be moved, to clear the stagnation, to clear the frustration, to clear the pain, to clear the shame, to clear the energy that is on their heart, that is weighing them down like an anchor, and allow them to emerge free, like the butterfly, like the bee, like the birds, like the hummingbird, to do all things with grace and with ease, to bring forth their majesty, to bring forth their magical energies, to bring forth the true essence of who they are, as we are now lighter, and physically lighter, emotionally lighter, energetically lighter, mentally lighter, to release all the strains of worries and frustrations, for us to allow to step into this new path, this new walkway, this new this new beingness, this new openness of who we are.
Ooh, okay, everybody take a deep breath in. Allow your heart to open right now and just feel this download that'll be coming in a second. Allow yourself to open to receive it. Take a deep breath in. And just still remember that you are loved and you are love. And walk forth on your path, on your journey, wherever you are, wherever you're heading, wherever you may be, in a space of love. And allow love to guide you from your heart and open to expand you to who you're becoming. Woo!
I'll
And
hold
put a
my
hand on your heart and
hand.
a hand on your stomach and bring yourself back home to you. Oh, you know, I always have to have some silliness in there somewhere.
No, don't mind me. And, as this was occurring, there was all the energy funneling in the crown and funneling out wherever it needs to funnel out from. So, yeah, I'm
Awesome.
going to go to sleep now. I'll see y'all
You
later.
gotta go to sleep now. Did I put everybody to sleep? Wake up, wake up, wake up! It's time to wake up.
So, everyone, just remember to allow for this. Allow for this time for self.
Yeah.
And allow for this time to connect to your heart, your mind, to create this field of coherence as it was just introduced. and the
Mhm.
spirit of coherence, and allow it to stream to the source, to your soul, to all that ever is and all that ever will be.
Mm.
Because you are important. You are special. You are unique. Though individual,
Mm.
your uniqueness fits in like the puzzle of life, the puzzle of all that is. And so, no matter what, simply be you. And until next week, everyone, keep exploring.
And remember, don't limit yourself, create yourself, be the change in you. And right now, remember, you are not crazy. A lot is happening right now. So be kind to yourself and love yourself and keep on swimming.
Oh, and
What?
just to remind you guys that we won't be live next week because of Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and happy Giving Tuesday, happy Gratitude Day, happy Joy, Joy. And we will see you guys back in 2 weeks. Take this time for yourself, take this time for your family, and enjoy.
Thank you so much, everyone. Mwah.
And